What do you think about what you saw in the other day?
I found today's hearing to be the height of hypocrisy by LA City Council members who just recently voted to support the Occupy LA movement and today stood with the 1% against the 99%. Not holding the developer to the developer's commitment to provide a park to that part of the city is corporate welfare. It's going to make it easier to build his plan, and the public is not going to get what it was promised. To continue to take public assets and transfer them to private hands is what is bringing this economy down. And today, this committee did exactly that.
What would you like to say?
You start.
As a former mayor and city council member in Santa Monica, I have a lot of familiarity with in lieu fees. I don't believe this one passes the smell test. It contradicts your own general element. Your open space element specifically calls out South Central for more parks and open space, the only call out in your entire general plan, and for more community gardens and farmers markets. That's what was there before. Then when you had this legally questionable deal where you gave the land back to Horowitz on cents on the dollar, supposedly, the thing that you got back that fits your whole nexus here is that you got space on site. To go ahead and now say that it's acceptable to have just putting money into existing park space rather than gaining new space defeats the point of the deal you had before and contradicts your general element. And what it seems to me is more about showing that a council member can deliver a project for a developer by removing the conflict with the EIR. This was fine before to put in, suddenly it's not environmentally with the deal a few years ago? Sorry.
Excuse me, Michael. You say you're a former elected official?
Yes, sir.
Can you go back to what you just said and re-explain your point on did the city did something with this land?
The deal of giving the land back to Horowitz.
No, excuse me. You be careful with your words. As a former elected official,
Yes.
you know the difference between giving and selling and the court's mandate,
Yes.
right?
And
are you, excuse me for a second, can you answer this? Are you aware of the fact that the courts mandated that we give Mr. Horowitz a first right of refusal on this land, and then that's how it is now in his hands? Are you aware that the courts got involved?
I'm aware you did the deal in closed session, and the reason I use the word give is that the city gave the land back in that it's settled for much less than the land was worth. And in my mind, that is a public giving of an asset. And the only thing you got back was park space, which was in your general element, and now you want to give it away for somebody who's running for mayor.
Just for the benefit of everybody here, are you aware that Mr. Horowitz was the previous owner of the land before the city became the owner of the land?
I was, and I wouldn't have made that deal. I would not have made that deal if I was on the
Hold on,
council.
you'll get your minute. How did we end up getting that land? Did we eminent domain it, or did he give it to us?
Oh, you know what? You eminent domained it for the right reasons, and I believe the settlement you made out of the public view was for the wrong reasons. And this is only making it worse and taking away more public
I
value.
appreciate your opinion, just want to make sure some of the facts were before everybody.
And the reason I used the word give is I felt it was a giving away of public assets.
That's your opinion.
Thank you.
Would you like to see, I mean, if this was to be resolved correctly in your eyes, what would the deal look like?
The proper resolution of this dynamic is that a project that has a park on site can't mitigate itself with that park there because all the pollution that goes with this project doesn't belong in that neighborhood next to residents. What should be happening is not moving away the park to make it easier to destroy the environment. It should be to expand the park back to the community farm that was there and not build a useless warehouse that we don't need for more consumption. This country is suffering from the lack of economic self-reliance, and what that community garden did before is provided 350 families the ability to provide for themselves, pulling themselves up by their own bootstraps. That was taken away, but if this project is turned down, then it will go back to, you can't develop it, and they're going to have to go ahead and sell the land back to the farmers, which is where it belongs.
Perfect. That's great. Thank you.